Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you know, we are a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool in 2023. And we are also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade, we also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone inside True Trading Group. We've got 9 professional trading mods that are with you each and every single day, sharing their screens, answering questions, calling out their trades, providing commentary and analysis in real time. Why should you listen to anything that I talk about on this channel? It's because I didn't figure this out by watching YouTube videos or sitting in Discord chats. I began my career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job right out of college, where they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, but also the same year I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder of True Trading Group, along with those 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff. We've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. We have 10,000 members in 115 different countries. Truly a global community here at True Trading Group. So welcome. Make sure you guys smash the like and subscribe to the channel. I go live on this channel like 5-6 days a week usually. Right now I'm doing a little bit of a recap video covering Tesla earnings, but we usually go live on this videos on this YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on those live streams. I share with you positions that we are in. I share with you positions we're getting into. I go over not just what happened during the day, but I also cover what I think is going to happen in the next day, the next week, the next month, and provide you with all of that analysis every single day. Now, I don't have a 100% win rate. I don't have a 95% win rate. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of around 80% for now roughly the last 4 years. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these videos and streams. So big day in the markets today, new all-time high. The rally to all-time highs continues. We did have a little bit of an afternoon pullback, which I think I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think you might be putting in a short-term top here for this week. I'm starting to think that, after this little breakthrough to these all-time highs, I'm trying to, I kind of feel like the markets might give you, a little bit of a consolidation here. All right, I think you might go through a little bit of a consolidation here, meaning I don't necessarily believe that just tomorrow we're going to just do this again, right? We've been on this little bit of a tear. Lately it's been a tear ever since the market's bottom at the end of October. But today's reversal off that high kind of feels like there's a little bit of a profit take coming, that maybe I'm not looking for like a big crash or anything like that. I just think maybe this upward momentum maybe takes a little bit of a brief pause as we are waiting for mega cap tech earnings next week. But today was all about Tesla earnings. Okay. Tesla. That is what earnings were all about. Okay. And to give you guys just the recap, they missed on earnings per share and they missed on sales. Not great numbers coming out here from Tesla. And I think this stock is in trouble. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about right now briefly, they missed on earnings per share, 71 cents. That's against 74-cent expectation. They missed on sales, 25.17 billion. That's against 25.62 billion was expected. They said that their Q4 operating margin, 8.2%. That's down 784 basis points year over year. Their operating income was impacted by the cost of the Cybertruck production ramp. Some comments coming through as the conference call is underway. Elon Musk sees a potential of 250,000 Cybertruck deliveries per year. He said the company has a chance of shipping some Optimus units next year. Many companies don't believe that FSD is real, says Musk on the conference call. He wants 25% control of Tesla to be an effective steward of very powerful technology. These are all comments from him on the conference call. He said if Tesla could do a dual class stock, that would be ideal. Said he's looking for influence, not control. Said Tesla will start production of next generation vehicles towards the end of 2025. Expects capital spending to exceed $10 billion in 2024. First manufacturing location for next-gen vehicles will be in Texas, then probably Mexico. He said Tesla's very far along next generation product in their next generation product development. Number one company in the world at AI. This is a typo in here. Interface efficiency. Saying that Tesla's number one company in the world. So you got a revenue miss, EPS miss, the Model Y being a global bestseller, next gen vehicle updates, and more coming out here. But there's some weakness here. There's some weakness in the stock after hours. We're trading right near those after hours print lows, and this 195 is a huge level for the stock. If this level breaks, I think Tesla's in a little bit of trouble. So what I'm looking for tomorrow is 195 has to hold. If 195 breaks, I'm going to probably look for a short back against 195. And then I think Tesla can fade possibly down to like 180. Okay. Here's that support level that you guys, this is one support level that we had here, 205, 206. You guys can see it drawn on my screen. There was an open gap. Gap was filled with a double bottom here in November. And then you found support there earlier this week. Now that level is broken. Okay. Now you're down to next support level, which is double bottom here from the very end of October. If that level gives way, you start to see here, you don't really have a lot of support here. You have a little bit of an air pocket where you don't have that much price structure. And you can see us move all the way down to IC support around 180. So I'm going to see if 195 breaks. If it becomes resistance, I'll try to be short back against 195. We'll look for a move down towards 180. If you come into the day tomorrow and Tesla's back up at like 198 or so, I'm not going to really look to take that trade short unless you break 195. 195 is the mark for me. That's the key point for me. All right, that's what I'm going to be watching and what I'm going to be looking for very closely. Now, this level is very significant. And we actually had some members inside True Trading Group that were able to rip off a beautiful trade off of the earnings once we dropped into this level. What I would like to do for you guys actually right now is, actually, you know what, before I get to that, I want to show you, okay, I want to actually show you what goes on inside of True Trading Group's chat room, because you guys might come on this live stream or you come on this YouTube channel, you watch these video recaps like I'm doing now, and you see me talk about these type of things, and you hear me say about what went on inside of chat, or you might come on a live stream and you hear members coming on and members are talking about what they were able to accomplish. But I want you to really get a feel for how we operate during the day, and I want you to get a sense of the real-time analysis that goes on inside of our platform, whether you're logged into your computer or if you just tuned in on the mobile app. We have a mobile app that lets you listen to the audio commentary as the moderators talk to you throughout the day. You also see the screen share and you get real-time push notifications when moderators' orders execute. So when we get in and out of positions, you get real-time push notifications letting you know so you can follow along on those trades if you so choose. Okay. So instead of me telling you about what goes on, I want to invite you to join our trial. Okay. Then what I'm going to do for you is, after I tell you how to join our trial membership, because next week is going to be huge. You have mega cap tech earnings that are coming up. Microsoft just hit a $3 trillion valuation. Bigger. It took over first place for largest company over Apple just the other day. Meta's back. Meta cracked back over the trillion. You've got some intense moves in these mega cap tech names. NVIDIA all-time highs, AMD all-time highs, Microsoft all-time highs, Meta all-time highs. Broadcom all-time highs, and the list just goes on and on and on. SMCI all-time highs. But you're going to start to get Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft. You're going to start to get all those earnings coming up next week. I want to invite you to join our trial so that you can be with us during the busiest earnings week of earnings season. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3 spelled out.com and join our trial. Okay. Let me finish telling you how to do this, and then I'm going to actually play for you a video clip of our live analysis inside of chat for Tesla's earnings and how we were trading Tesla's earnings. I want to play that for you so you get a feel for actually what goes on inside of our community, and what you can expect as a member, what you can expect as a trial. So go to ttgthree.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this. Fill out the form, pay the $3, join the trial. It's 7 trading days. It's not 7 calendar days. So you don't have to worry about the weekend. It's 7 trading days. That's what your trial is for. So you join now, you get 7 trading days with us. That takes you all the way through for the entirety of next week and the entirety of the mega cap tech earnings. We charge $3 just to make sure you're a real person. It's a one-time payment. There's no automatic upgrade to an annual membership. There's no automatic renewal. There's no reoccurring fee. It's a one-time payment of $3. Why do we charge $3 for our trial? We have thousands of people inside of our chat room and on our platform at any moment during the trading day. We are all focused on making money. We maintain a very high-quality chat room. I do not want people coming in there being disruptive, distracting, spamming a bunch of nonsense in chat, and preventing or distracting people from doing what they do best, and that's make money. So that's why we charge $3, to just make sure you're a real person. You're willing to actually put your credit card information in, that we know you're a real person. You're not just going to start signing up with free, email addresses and start spamming some kind of Forex trading group or something, or some Telegram group inside of our community. We don't tolerate that kind of stuff. So that's why we charge $3. That's it, just to make sure that you're a real person. Again, it's a one-time payment, okay? There's no automatic upgrade. You're charged for a full membership. After your trial is over, it just expires. You never charge anything again, right? But this gives you a feel for the way that we operate. So go to ttgthree.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, and join. Then make sure you download the mobile app for iPhone and Android so you can stay connected even if you're not in front of your computer, okay? Now, what I would like to do now is actually show you how we operate inside of True Trading Group, okay? What we did today was I covered earnings live right at the bell for Tesla, because everybody cared. Everybody is always focused on Tesla earnings. It's always a big deal. Everybody's always laser focused on Tesla earnings. And we covered it live, and I went over some very important technical analysis lessons. What I'm going to go over with you in this video clip, and this is what we did live. When the earnings came out, I covered them live. I told everybody what information to look for. I told them, if this happens, I think the stock goes down. If these are the numbers, then the stock goes up. So they're ready. Okay, what are the numbers? Bang. What do we think the stock's going to do? Then we plot out our levels. Trading is all about identifying major and minor levels and structuring your trades around major levels. Major levels will have an impact on price. Minor levels will briefly pause price. Typically how it works. And what we do is try to identify those major and minor levels and structure our trade ideas around them. I go over in this video live lessons while we're going through the analysis of how to identify those major and minor levels. And then also a very important one, how to know how wide a level is. This is where a lot of traders get screwed up. Support and resistance levels are not one finite price. They're areas. And it's our job as traders to identify, well, how wide is that area? How do I know when a level is broken versus a level's being tested? So I went over some very important lessons that can really help you identify where you should be getting into your trades. And also, more importantly, where should you be setting your stop loss? How many times have you gotten into a trade, gotten stopped out, and it turns out you were right the whole time? All of you have been through that. Chances are, if that happens to you over and over and over again, it's not that your analysis is bad in the sense where, hey, I think the stock's going to go up, and it does in fact go up, but you still somehow get stopped out going long. You still lose money. If that's happening to you, it's most likely because you are not properly identifying the key levels of support and resistance, and or you're not understanding how wide those levels actually are, and your stop loss is then therefore in the wrong place. So sit back, relax, join the trial, and then watch this 25-minute video clip. You don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want, if you want to fast forward through it, but I'm going to play it for you here. It's 25 minutes long, okay? You get my live analysis covering Tesla, and then you have the lessons about technical analysis that I just went into. I think this is going to be very beneficial for a lot of you. I think this information can help you as early as tomorrow in your trading. It's something that has made a big difference in the profitability and consistency of members. It's a key lesson with technical analysis that not enough people talk about. I really think you're going to enjoy it. If you have the time, I highly suggest you watch all of it. If you want to fast forward through it, that's your decision. But make sure you join our trial, ttgthree.com. Maybe after you watch the video and you go through some of these lessons and you see the live analysis, you're going to say, man, I need this. Do it. You can then participate live and get all that information with us for the next full trading week. All right. So folks, go ahead. Here's that video clip. Enjoy it. All right, folks. What's up? What's up? What's up? Nice day today, guys. Nice day today. New all-time highs put in. Got a bunch of positions that are currently in swings, I see. So very nice, very nice. You guys were able to rip out the new all-time high pushes on AMD today. I saw that one. Beautiful. Some nice fades on your solar names. End phase, big move to the downside. So nice puts on that one. So kind of both sides today. Some really good trades, both to the downside and also to the upside. Some calls and some puts. Playing both sides. That's the beauty of this market. You get upside in the morning. You get pullbacks in the afternoon. There's honestly opportunity every single where that you look. I've been saying it for the last several years, but truly a market environment where you can, catch upside and catch downside. Doesn't matter if you have a bias long or a bias short. There's opportunities for both areas of that. And now we're waiting for Tesla's earnings. This is a record close high for the SPY. We put in, new intraday highs as well. We're waiting for Tesla earnings. There's a couple of numbers that we want to focus on for Tesla's earnings. You're going to want to pay very close attention to margins. Tesla has been cutting the price of their vehicles. All right. They've been cutting the price of their vehicles for two reasons. One, increased competition. Two, softening demand for electric vehicles. So they have been cutting their costs, their prices, while experiencing price increases with inflation. That compresses margins. The expected margins for Tesla are 15.7%. Cash flow is expected at 1.67 billion, and 2024 unit deliveries 2.1 million. Those are the numbers that I think investors are going to care most about. So if you see a miss on those numbers, I think Tesla then stock gets hit. I think those are the key numbers that we have to focus on. There are support levels that I think we have to watch very closely for a trade here on Tesla. If we're going to be trading Tesla tomorrow, which I envision that we are going to, there are two major support levels we must pay attention to. Now, whether or not these levels come into play are going to be determined on what earnings actually are. Do not forget, do not just think once the earnings are out, the move in Tesla stock is done. Tesla stock has been moving more as of late, the last couple of quarters, has moved more during the conference call than they have the actually earnings print. You look back at the last time you had Tesla earnings, which was right here, you see this massive gap down that did not happen when the earnings were released. When the earnings were released, the stock was actually flat. That happened during the conference call. Elon Musk came on, started speaking. Investors didn't like what the things that he said. The stock got pulverized for it. So do not think just because you're getting, just because you have earnings that the stock can't react after that. Okay, do not think that. All right, looks like we're getting the numbers are. All right, so here we go. Looks like we're getting numbers out now on Tesla. So let's see what we've got. And we're just kind of bouncing around right now. So this is a 3-minute chart after hours. You see, we're just kind of bouncing around a little bit. We just have other companies coming into. You have ServiceNow that's coming out as well. ServiceNow is coming out with their earnings too. That's going to be a big one that we could pay attention to. IBM also. So we are moving to the downside now, guys. Looks like we got misses here on Tesla. So their Q4 okay, so they missed on earnings per share. Earnings per share came in at 73 cents. Earnings per share came in at 71 cents. The expectation was 74 cents. That's a miss. They missed on sales. Sales was expected 25.17 billion. Expectation was 25.62 billion. That's a miss on earnings per share. It's a miss on sales. Waiting for the margin number. I think the margin number is going to be what's most important. We are breaking below that support level. Your next support level is going to be 195. That's the level that this stock, in my opinion, must hold. If Tesla breaks this 195, I think the stock is in trouble. I think you're going to be looking at, oops, I didn't mean to just move that number right there for you guys. I didn't mean to move that line. But if that level breaks, that to me is the last line of like real significant support that I see on Tesla. And you could be left with a couple of, this is not looking good, man. We're getting right down into this level. Now, scalp traders might probably step in there and try to get long against 195, catch a 3 to 4 point move off it. But I'm still trying to go through and get these margin numbers. Operating income has been impacted by the cost of Cyber truck production ramp. Oh my goodness. Q4 operating margin, 8.2%. That is down 784 basis points year over year. So continuing to go through these numbers. All right, we're testing this level. We are testing this level. Remember, this is kind of a trading strat. I know you guys have the boot camp, the scalping boot camp coming up with, and you're going to be able to go through things with Geo. Here we go. Let's see. We got Phil LeBeau covering the rest of this.
We're just starting to go through the numbers right now. We're going to see if we can find out what the automotive gross margins were, excluding zero-emission vehicle credits. Remember, the metric.
Yes, that's the number I need, Phil.
15.7%. That's the estimate among analysts. If it's below 15.7, probably puts more pressure on shares of Tesla.
That's the number. See, he just said it. He just said the margins. If the margins miss that 15.7 on minus the credits, then the stock could get an additional hit. So right now you can see we're holding that 195, right? See how you're holding 195? Look at that, right? So what I just say, probably some scalpers will step in here. Scalpers probably step in here in front of 195, try to catch a 3 to 4 point little bounce, right? So you dropped right down to 195.39. You just bounced back up to 198. Now, where do you get that level from? I'm not pulling that level. I'm not pulling that number out of thin air. I'm not pulling that number out of air because I like 195. I'm pulling that level because it's your next. Look at this. Bang. There's 200, right? So there, look at that. So now there's 200, right? So there's that. That's a scalper's trade right there. Bang. Stepping in 195. Take it out right there. 200, 201. Take your profit. Go. Right? If you're a scalper, that's exactly what you look for, right? You look for stretched moves into key levels, and then you take that opposite move off that key level. But the key to that is the stock has to be stretched. You need that stretched move. So it's kind of like a rubber band. So when you get those stretched moves, and this is right from the accelerator program. You guys remember the accelerator program? We talked about key levels. When you get those extended moves into key levels, it's very rare that they break that level on the first attempt. And depending on your trading style and how long you plan on holding those positions, that's a beautiful counter trend trade that a trader can go after. And this was a prime example of that. We just said 195. Watch for scalpers to come in at 195. Bang, there's your $5, $6 move back to 201. You actually got as high as 202 on that move. But now you don't want to overstay your welcome. If you're a scalper, don't overstay your welcome, because then you now look for, if that level breaks, you get follow through to the downside. Right? You would look for them follow throughs. Where I'm still trying to get this this margin number, X those credits. So here's some comments coming out from Tesla. Comments: we have sufficient liquidity to fund our product roadmap, long-term capacity expansion plans, and other expenses. Furthermore, we will manage the business such that we maintain a strong balance sheet during this uncertain period. No investor ever wants to hear the word uncertain period. Tesla says, while we continue to execute on innovations to reduce the cost of manufacturing and operations over time, we expect our hardware-related profits to be accompanied by an acceleration of AI, software, and fleet-based profits. Investors are going to love the sound of that. In 2024, vehicle volume growth rate may be notably lower than the growth rate achieved in 2023 as our teams work on the launch of the next generation vehicle of gigafactories in Texas. So that's coming out there from Tesla. Now Tesla printing, look at that, 203 print. That's a beautiful scalp trade, guys. Congrats all my scalp traders that are in here off that level. And again, we go back to the daily chart, and where do we get that level from? I'm not pulling it out of thin air. There's bottoms, and then there is a beautiful double bottom, 2 print lows there, 195. giving you the support zone. Tesla dropped into it on earnings, now bouncing back up 202. That's the level that I said has to hold. Otherwise, Tesla can be in trouble if you break that level. Look at this move. We called out this level right here live. Look at that move. That's insane. Now back up 204 as that 195 support level is holding. Now 204 going off, 204.50. Remember, the conference call is going to be very big for Tesla. Okay, conference call is going to be very, very, very big for Tesla. That conference call has moved Tesla stock tremendously. You're talking 10% moves on Tesla after hours once that conference call begins. Okay, right now you're still getting the flow through of Tesla's earnings and the comments associated with Tesla's earnings. All right, let's now go through. You have some other companies that have come out with earnings. Another big one, guys, is IBM. IBM out with earnings and the stock is exploding. It's not very often you see IBM move 6%. This is a huge move for IBM. And guys, I got to be honest with you here. IBM is breaking out of a massive, massive consolidation. This could be a serious breakout level here for IBM, 180s. The low 180s is a big level for the stock. You're clearing it out right now. This, if you can hold above 180, that's going to be a significant breakout. Watch for pullbacks into 180 in the upcoming days to see if that level can stick and hold. You have previous support here from 2014. Yes, you got to go all the way back that far to find significant relevant levels on IBM. You find some previous support there in 2014 at 180. Then you found resistance at 180 in 2017. The stock's been nowhere near it ever since. Well, now you're clearing out 180. See how you're clearing out that level right now? It's crucial that this stays above 180. If you see IBM back underneath 180 tomorrow morning, it's probably a fade. Okay. I think this is a big enough of a resistance level that if it cannot stay above it, like let's say tomorrow the stock's at 178, you might fade back to like the mid to low 170s. So this is a big level of resistance that I think the earnings have to be responsible to get you over this level, because then you have a nice clean runway to, you're talking 195, which is previous resistance from 2014, and the stock could absolutely certainly get there. The CEO says client demand for AI is accelerating, and our book of business for Watson X and generative AI roughly doubled from the third quarter to the fourth quarter. That's where the excitement is coming from with IBM. Anything that is AI related on these earnings is going to give your stock a major bump, and that is exactly why you're getting this big move to the upside right now on IBM. Draw that line across 180. We've got to stick it. We got to hold it. Earnings per share was a beat, 387 versus 378. Sales also a beat, 17.38 billion versus 17.3 billion. They see fiscal year 24 constant currency revenue growth consistent with its mid-single digit model. And speaking of AI, Adam, get your shit together, bro. Do another AI boot camp. Do another AI boot camp, Adam. I need to learn more about AI, man. Right? Come on. Lots has happened. Lots has happened. So, Adam, get your stuff together, man. Get it together. Get it together, Grouch. That's IBM. Also out with earnings. ServiceNow, which is printing new all-time highs. My goodness. Ooh, back to the downside. Look at that. Look at that wild move. All the way to 796, back to 775. Let's get the earnings out here on ServiceNow. ServiceNow Q4 sales beat 2.437 billion versus 2.4 billion. Earnings per share beat 311 versus 279. But they see Q1 subscription revenue of 2.51 billion. It's a little light. Just a little light. On the lighter end of the analyst expectations. What's your beef with homeless people, Adam? Some homeless people are nice people. Guys, pressure Adam to do another AI boot camp. I learned so much during that AI boot camp. But there's so much more. There's so much more. All right, there's so much more. My gosh, so there's that Tesla. All right, there's that Tesla, right? That beautiful move off of 195. We called it out in here. You see it right there. Now, the stock will probably take a little bit of a breather now as you wait for, probably take a little bit of a breather while you wait for the earnings conference call. It's all about AI, man. Guys, it really is. It's all about AI. Every technology company, if you're not with AI, you're not with it at all. You're not allowed to sit at the cool kids table if you're not pushing forward and taking advantage of AI. Las Vegas Sands just came out. That's also bumping to the upside just a bit. It's revenue beat. Looks like an earnings per share miss. Yeah, earnings per share was a miss. Revenue beat, though. Earnings per share, 57 cents for 61. Sales of 2.92 versus 2.9 billion. Yeah, so much to learn regarding AI. So, you guys, that conference call, man, these levels are holding so beautifully. Look at that level right there on Tesla moving. So see that line that was there previously? See, I had that line there prior, right? That 205, 206. All that is this support level, right? So we drew these lines here before the earnings came out, and that's this level. And again, I don't just get these levels. I don't just make them up. I don't pull them out of thin air. So we draw these lines across as these are your major levels, your key levels, and your major levels are areas that you anticipate price to be affected. Meaning when the stock reaches these price points, you expect the stock to move back in the opposite direction. That's why we go over, like we're going to do this in the accelerator. As part of the accelerator is identifying major versus minor levels, identifying relevant levels so you guys can improve your technical analysis. No, Elon Musk did not speak yet. So you guys can improve your technical analysis. You can improve your ability to identify those major versus minor levels so that you can start structuring your trade ideas and your trading plans around major levels instead of, if you're someone who has who their chart looks like this and you have all these lines on your chart, I can assure you there's not this many major levels on a chart. So you're drawing a bunch of irrelevant levels that are not going to have an impact on price. And you're going to think they're going to have an impact on price. And that's going to cause you to enter trades prematurely before there's going to be a shift in momentum. And you're going to get caught in a downward move, getting long. As it pulls back deeper, you're going to get stopped out. Then it's going to reach the major level, the relevant level, and then the stock's going to recover. It's going to move higher, but you're already going to be stopped out. And that's how a lot of traders end up with losing trades, even though their idea ended up being correct. You thought the stock was going to go higher. You just got in at the wrong point. You got in at the wrong price. Your stop loss was in the wrong place. You got stopped out. You lost money, and then the stock goes higher. This is the reason why that happens to people. It's not because you're unlucky. It's not because market makers hate you. It's because you're entering trades in the wrong place, most likely because you are incorrectly identifying levels. So we have to be able to identify relevant levels, meaning levels that are still intact. Once levels are broken, they could start acting as opposite support. So like if a resistance level breaks, you expect it to become support and vice versa. But there are going to be moments when levels are broken and then levels are no longer existing. So we have to be able to identify, okay, yeah, maybe this used to be a level. It's not a level anymore. We have to be able to make that distinction when we're looking at a chart. We have to be able to make a distinction of this is a major level versus this is a minor level. Minor levels have a tendency to just pause price direction. Major levels have a tendency to reverse price direction. We want to identify major levels for entries and minor levels for profit targets. Right? Makes sense? So this is where we get, these are two major levels for Tesla. Here's a gap fill. There's the gap fill double bottom. And then there's previous support. That's why this is a major level. Well, we broke that level. Now, once that level's broken, okay, Now you look short. That level's broken. So now you look short. And you say, where's my next support level? Well, my next support level is going to be right there where we just identified that double bottom, right? And that's why now I'll switch to a 3-minute chart. And that's why there's major level. And what happens when major level reached? Price changes direction, right? And then now when a major level is broken, which this 205, 206 level broken, what do you expect when it breaks? It now used to be support, now acting as resistance, right? So we can just by identifying these levels, you can put yourself into some really beautiful, high probability, high chance of success trade setups, especially people that are going to be trading like with the boot camp coming up with Gio, Heather, and Diane that have that type of trading style. You can really structure some really beautiful trades like this. Yes, Alex, they are a range, which is why the low of this tail is 195.39 and not 195.00, right? Levels are a range. Levels are a range. Certain levels are wider than others. These two levels are actually narrow levels. And that's another thing we go, but here I'll give you an example of narrow levels versus wide levels. Both of these two levels you see on my screen are narrow levels. They're narrow levels, and we'll go through this in the accelerator where we identify the width of a support and resistance level. It's the biggest game changer when it comes to technical analysis. We're going to identify the width of this level, okay? When you identify the width of a level, you need to take into account candle closes and tails, candle body closes and tails. And what you will see as you draw out these lines, that their candle body close and tail, and then tail over here are all lining up within $1 of each other. So this level becomes very narrow, right? That level becomes very narrow. When you get to the bottom here, when you look at tail, the tails of this level are also very narrow. They're only about $1, $1.50 apart. So that leaves you another very narrow level that you can be a little tighter with your stop loss. But I'll give you an example of a wider level. So here is a much wider level. As you sit here and you look at this level, right? This level is about $5 wide. And you can see here, resistance, resistance, resistance. Then you broke above it. You gapped above it. Support, 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 right? Support. And then you broke back underneath it. And when you broke back underneath it, it became resistance. So you see, this is a level that we look at and say, okay, wow, this level is $5 wide versus these two levels are about $1 wide. And you see the difference? I mean, guys, listen, this is all stuff I cover in my accelerator. You'll get to see this stuff very, very, very quickly, right? You'll get to see this stuff very, very quickly. And this is how you structure your trades, right? This is how you structure your trades. Does that make sense, Alex, about how the width of the levels are different, right? Alex, that makes sense on right? Just so that's the difference, right? And it's our job as traders to identify that. That's what makes a good technical, that's good technical analysis versus poor technical analysis, right? We have to be able to make that determination and make that distinction. Okay. All right, there you have it. So like I said, I hope you had a chance to go through and watch the whole video clip. If not, hopefully at least you were able to catch the live analysis. A lot of our members were able to actually catch a beautiful little scalp trade. We have some members that are scalpers. I'm personally not a scalper, more of a traditional day trader / swing trader. I liked my day trades usually last hours. My swing trades last days. But we have some scalpers, and we were able to identify that beautiful support level at 195. And we talked about the reasons behind it. And then some of our members were able to get long in there in front of that, like 196, and catch that quick little 8, 9, 10-point move there on Tesla back to the upside and rip those profits off the table. So congrats to our members. But now, as you're now, I'm making this video for you now, we're back down to that 195 level. Again, a very key moment here for Tesla. This is a huge level. We have to see if this level breaks. I will be focused on Tesla trading it tomorrow. One of our other moderators, Shai, she's also going to be laser focused, locked in on Tesla. This is a stock that she and I actually trade very, very often inside of True Trading Group. So this will be front and center on our watch list come tomorrow. So if you guys want to trade this with us live, Get your butts on over to ttgthree.com. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this. Fill out the form, pay the $3. It'll be the best damn $3 you have ever spent in your life. I promise you that. And then get your butts in chat with us and let's trade Tesla together. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from those lessons. See if you can take those lessons and implement them as early as tomorrow to help improve your technical analysis and then therefore improve your trading and improve your P&L. That's why we're all here, right? To make money. So let's do it together. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.